Yo, just a little quick video, bro. I've been peeping game. I've been peeping this for a while, but I've been peeping game. I've been noticing dudes in this space, the manosphere. You got dudes out here claiming they all for a black male agency, but low key talk down to the dudes who are exercising agency, making these underhanded sneak disses at dudes for the decisions they make that makes them happy and stuff like that. But I just want to say, hey, I peep what's going on out here. I've been peeping this for a while. Dudes been doing this for the longest, coming on the space, claiming they this and that. They talk one way, and then when you look at them, they talk in a complete another way, especially when you peep them. Some of these dudes, they're just undercover plantation bros and undercover game dudes. That's really what this is. There's a lot of these game dudes out here pretending like they support black male agency. And even if they ain't a flat out game dude, they subscribe to that shit. They want to throw dudes under the bus who don't really subscribe to that game shit. And I'm not even completely against quote unquote game, because when it's all said and done, it can only take you so far. But dudes won't let that shit go when it's all said and done. And I'm just letting dudes know, man. I'm putting dudes on notice that I peep game, man. Especially when it comes to this whole traveling thing. I see a lot of two-faces dudes out here who got a lot to say, or they got low-key a little to say about it. Saying this, that, and the third, but I don't really hear white dudes throwing white dudes under the bus, calling them this, that, and the third, just because they travel for a certain reason, or move a certain way, or guys who just completely opt out. They don't want to entertain the bullshit. Because I've seen dudes on the space that had something to say about dudes who just didn't want to entertain the shit at all, who just wanted to opt out. Like, I'm going to keep it a buck. I've seen dudes out here criticizing passport bros, like critiquing them on why they travel. Like, if they traveling specifically for sets and stuff like that, saying it's pathetic and stuff like that. It's like, again, you don't really see other dudes from different races call their male brethrens pathetic for traveling and do this, that, and the third. Because when people start sprouting that narrative, they only talking about black men, and then these are the same dudes who claim they on the side of black male agency. Dude, there are whole websites of guys just exposing a lot of stuff that go down there overseas. Like, they put their whole business overseas, if you know what I mean, on websites. I think that David Bond dude, like, that dude used to get with females overseas and then put that shit on OnlyFans and stuff. Use a ProGro camera to record that shit. I mean, you ever had dudes, like some of these dude bros out here getting in trouble overseas, but that never makes the national news in America. People might know about it there in the countries, the local people, but they don't make a big stink about it to the point where it's on national news. They don't really turn into an Austin Holloman situation. Because I'm starting to notice, I started peeping this like months ago. Since like a little before this year. It's like dudes only aiming the heat at the brothers. Like, don't you think, like, if I use this logic, don't you think it would be pathetic if people from different countries come to America, migrate to America, and take advantage of the opportunities that America has to offer that black people fought for, and including people who fought in these wars since the first war in this country all the way till now, fought for these people to come here and take advantage of that. But that doesn't get called out. I mean, don't you think that's pathetic? that they couldn't get things popping in their own country, so they had to go to America to get things popping for themselves financially, opportunity wise. Because some of these people come down here, take advantage of the opportunities, and they send the resources back to their family, or they build their money up, their network up, and then they go back to their country and live like a king or queen. And I don't have a problem with that, but just for the narrative, like, don't you think that could be included as pathetic? And you don't think, and even if you say, well, that's different because it's economic, it's the same shit. You taking advantage of something, you taking advantage of something. It's different because it involves intimacy. And you don't think they don't do the same thing? Like the local men, they run through the women down there. Like, they have to pick up the litter. Like, that whole player shit that a lot of these naysayers are trying to claim that that's what some of these passport bros are doing. Dude, the local guys are doing the same thing. And don't you think they wouldn't do it even harder? Since as some of these guys come to America, take the advantage of the opportunities and get resources, and then go back to their country living like kings, you think that won't be even worse? But y'all looking at the passport bros, specifically black men, and got something to say about black men. And I don't like where this narrative, because I seen a video on this channel claiming that, one of these troll channels, like, exposing the manosphere. You got a channel called Exposing Passport Bros, and there's another channel called The Black Woman Spear. So there's troll channels out here trying to expose certain elements within the manosphere space, like Black Manosphere, red pill spaces, trying to expose passport bros / traveling spaces, basically plantation bros. You got this dude who had this video, and then he's getting commentated over it, and he's talking about how it's self-hatred because some black dude is overseas interviewing another black dude, talking about how there's always a rip between Afro men and Afro women. And then you got these brothers saying these disparaging things about these women, and then saying coming overseas. And this is still, look, this is what I'm talking about. This whole plantation bro shit and this simp shit. These guys are literally acting like these women are innocent, bro. They're not innocent. And we just not saying these things for no reason at all. They make it seem like we just trying to bully these women, just make up bullshit about these women because of self-hatred and shit like that. And it had nothing to do with that. I mean, they act like brothers don't have valid points when they make these arguments about some of these women. And then it wasn't even about them specifically. It was about Western women as a whole, or American women as a whole. It's like the larger society think that men are supposed to just shut up and just take it on the chin, especially black men. Like, why we gotta take it on the chin? Why can't we tell our side of the story? That's how really how the space got created. The Black Manosphere, even like the passport bro thing to a certain extent, dudes just want to get their side of the story. Dude, these women been talking shit about us for like 40 years, 50 damn years, and still is now. But that doesn't get called out. And when we defend ourselves, now we the bad guys. We're over here saying disparaging things about these women as if they wasn't saying disparaging things about us first, and still are. And then when I'm peeping something else, you gonna have cats on a higher level thinking they can have something to say about the passport bros, and really black men specifically. But you got Ben Shapiro out here. You got that Brittany Cooper chick, whatever her name is, talking with Ben Shapiro. She asked that guy about the passport bros, right? And he tried to claim he didn't know what that was. He was saying this, that, and the third. And it's like, it's kind of like he made an underhanded dig at the Passport Bros. A little sneak diss at him. Because his chick is apparently like foreign, but she came to America and he met her. And he was talking about how he did, that was basically like reverse mail order bride or something like that. It just came off as like a little dismissive. Because his boy, Steven Crowder, he just got divorced. And then he's really going to come out here and really do this sneak diss at the Passport Bros. Really. And now it's just these influential men going to have something to say about it. But these politicians are eventually going to have to say something about this whole passport thing. Because they was out here, they low key out here talking about men now. Talking about how men don't want to work because they still at home playing video games and want to bring adult videos. They want to blame P-Hub and all that. They're literally trying to force men back on the plantation. That's why the FBI try to label the Red Pills extremist group. And then like a month later, you got Sneeko out here going off the grid, and you had to question the timing. He just went from the red pill back to the whole purple pill, blue pill shit. But you're going to have men out here claiming they're on the side of agency, but low-key want to throw guys on the bus and sneak diss them for the decisions they want to make. If guys want to do what they want, they should be able to do what they want without them saying, without people making these underhanded slide disses at them or talking about how pathetic they are for doing this, that, and the third if it makes them happy. Look, I ain't trying to hold this video up longer, so I'm going to end it right here. I'm out.